afternoon. My name is Todd Wallace, and I met Blake and Lance about 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years this spring. Just hard to believe. Blake played on my baseball team, and Lance on coach. And kind of start this off, I have a interesting factoid about Blake and what he did that year. You know which one I'm going to pick?
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to know. So, pretty interesting. Blake went the entire season without a strikeout. And was the only person I've seen do that in the league. Almost got tied this year. Had a boy go through to the last at bat of the championship game. Wow. The last at bat of last season, he could have tied you with. So you're the only one I know who's done that. So it's a pretty impressive statistic. But what's really more impressive is the next part of the story, and this is the part you don't know, is the age group for the team was 13 to 15-year-olds, which is can be a tough age to coach. You got kids running a million different directions. Some are still interested, some are not. And Blake, in the year that he was on my team, it was primarily 13-year-old kids. And there were 8 13-year-olds and I think 3 older kids. And what happened is you really helped set the foundation for that team with your leadership. I think come up a lot today. And that team stayed together from all those kids. 7 out of the 8 kids played for 3 years. Won a championship, came in second another year. But it was really the foundation that was set in that first year that made it rewarding for everybody who was involved. For me, to the parents, to the other kids who played. 3 years, same group of kids, more or less. Never got one phone call, never got the email, why aren't you doing this, doing that? And that's really thanks to what you did. So I wanted to tell you thank you for that, because it was fun. And I wanted you to encourage to stay on with that. Leadership is challenging. And sometimes you're a leader and you may not even know it. It's just by doing the right thing. And it's the character, and it's, probably use the example of character is really what happens when no one's looking, or how you act when no one's looking. And it's true. So those things you did, thank you. Keep doing it. I encourage you to keep doing it. Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Anybody else want to say anything, or?
Well, I'll say some plans real quick.
Yeah.
He gets to hear me all the time because I'm his high school band director. So I spend, pretty much every day with him for an hour and a half. And, he's been in leadership with me, played in the bands, and he's even played golf with me. He took on a passion of golf. And manhood's a lot like golf, man. I mean, everything's like golf, but, all the stuff about not getting it right the first time, and, sometimes it's all there. And, I remember my son just turned 18 in December. And I remember we went on his 18th birthday to the DMV and got his driver's license, official driver's license. And he goes, well, Dad, hey, I can all of a sudden do this thing now. Do this, and do this, and do this, because you're 18. And I thought, yeah, it's a number. You're officially allowed to do it. But, Blake, you're not a man until you prove you're a man, as that's already been stated. I think what we're all doing right now for you, what I tell my son, is we can't be a man for you. No one can make you a man. Nobody. You have to do that by yourself. It's like as a teacher, I can't. The only person that can learn is who? Who can learn? Who's your best teacher? Is it me or is it you? You. You're the only one that can teach yourself, really, when you think about it. You're the only one that can be a man. And what we're doing is we're just loading your toolbox. And everybody has said amazing things. I got a lot of fodder for leadership out of this room. I thought, man, I got enough to last me now for a while. But nobody can lead you. Nobody can make you a man but you. And all we can do in life is give you a lot of great people around you, give you a lot of inspirational ideas, and speak from the heart. And say, when it comes time for you to prove, and you will have to prove, you're going to be tested a lot. That, and this is it, is manhood? It's when you look up and you say, I accept the responsibility of what I'm in. I accept the responsibility for everything right now in my life. I can't go to anybody else. I mean, I could. You have to ask for help. But I will accept the responsibility for my actions. Whether I act by getting help from other people. But I will accept it. It's mine. That's manhood. The buck stops here. It's mine. I'm behind it. I've got to accept that responsibility. To me, that's the definition of being a man. There's some kids that do it from a very early age. They just say, I own up to it. And you say, be a man. Own up to it. The essence, Blake, is when you're finally ready to look up and say, yep, I accept the responsibility. It's totally on my shoulders. And I hope, and your family, I know they have. And I think this gives you a little energy, a little supercharge to say, I know you've got the right stuff around you, the right stuff in your head to make good choices. When you don't make a good choice, realize you're human, and you can remedy that. That's what forgiveness is all about. And so I'm not going to say anything more because you've heard me say so much. But I love you, man. I'm proud of you. I look forward to watching you grow and hearing about you. And I hope you cherish this. This doesn't happen for everybody. And obviously, there's a lot of people out here that love you very much. And that you know in your heart, deep down somewhere secret, and that will never be touched, that you are loved. And there's people around you to care for you. So, there you have it.
Yo, soundtrack coming back here too.
Really?
He has the music going on.